The technology behind NewsGPT represents a significant advancement beyond today's ChatGPT wrappers, offering a comprehensive solution to the challenges of modern news consumption. Let's take a look at these key differences by comparing standard ChatGPT wrappers to Distillative AI's infrastructure-agnostic model training and fine-tuning. One capability is integration of near real-time data. NewsGPT utilizes cutting-edge algorithms to ingest and process news from a multitude of sources as events unfold, ensuring that users receive the most current information. This real-time update capability surpasses traditional models by delivering immediate news, crucial in our fast-paced information era. Another capability is sophisticated natural language understanding. At its core, NewsGPT employs advanced NLU to comprehend the nuances of complex topics. This technology enables NewsGPT to provide depth and context, enriching user engagement by explaining intricate subjects in an accessible manner. Another capability is advanced personalization. Leveraging machine learning, NewsGPT analyzes user data to tailor news feeds to individual preferences. This personalization breaks down the generic news consumption model, ensuring that users receive news that is most relevant to their interests and concerns. NewsGPT is capable of robust misinformation detection. Through Distillative AI's integration of NewsGPT and FactGPT, NewsGPT employs AI-driven fact-checking mechanisms to scrutinize the accuracy of information. This system addresses the critical issue of misinformation by verifying facts against credible sources, debunking false claims like the recent fake $6,400 stimulus package promoted by an audio track mimicking President Joe Biden's voice. NewsGPT is also capable of enhanced interactive dialogue because NewsGPT fosters engaging and context-aware conversations with users. This is achieved through Distillative AI's model training, fine-tuning, and refined natural language processing techniques that allow NewsGPT to understand and respond to user inquiries in a dynamic conversational manner, significantly improving user interaction and retention. When it comes to accessibility and bias mitigation, NewsGPT makes up-to-date news accessible to a wider audience by overcoming barriers related to information timeliness and accessibility. Moreover, by aggregating diverse news sources and employing bias detection algorithms, it promotes a more balanced news consumption experience. Through these technological enhancements, NewsGPT not only addresses the current needs of news consumers, but also anticipates future demands. It sets new standards for how news is consumed and interacted with, signifying a leap forward in creating a more informed, engaged, and empowered news audience. Let's take a look at how Asher Bond fine-tuned NewsGPT to create a magnitude of improvement in terms of news information accuracy and efficiency combined. I think it's best described by the examples of some high-profile fake news, which was debunked by NewsGPT's implementation of FactGPT. Putin assassinated in the Kremlin. A viral claim stated that Russian President Vladimir Putin was assassinated in the Kremlin. This sensational claim is debunked by NewsGPT through cross-referencing reputable news sources and official statements, which confirmed the claim was false. NASA faked footage of astronauts on the ISS. Another claim suggested NASA faked footage of astronauts aboard the International Space Station. To debunk this, NewsGPT would analyze the technical aspects of the ISS footage and consult space exploration experts and official NASA communications, revealing the claim's lack of credibility. Taylor Swift endorses Trump's false election claim. An altered photo suggested Taylor Swift endorsed Donald Trump's false claim about winning the 2020 election. Debunking this involves checking Taylor Swift's official channels and credible media reports on her political endorsements, showing no such endorsement was made. WHO's Disease X as a globalist plan, misinterpretations of the World Health Organization's term Disease X, suggested it was part of a plan to install world government. By examining WHO documents and official statements, it's clear Disease X refers to planning for an unknown pathogen, not a conspiracy. NewsGPT filters out such misinformation through a process that involves checking the factual accuracy of claims against a broad range of verified sources, employing algorithms designed to recognize the reliability of information. This process is augmented by FactGPT for rigorous fact-checking, ensuring that users are provided with accurate and trustworthy news. The system's advanced AI capabilities enable it to identify inconsistencies, logical fallacies, and unverified sources, effectively debunking fake news and preventing the spread of misinformation. Let's take a look at some of the questions that came in. If you have any questions, please comment below. Maria from Lisbon asks, considering the integration of real-time data in NewsGPT, how does this technology ensure the accuracy and reliability of the news content it delivers? Thanks for that question, Maria. It's a good one because it touches on the crucial aspect of information integrity in the age of real-time news dissemination. NewsGPT ensures the accuracy and reliability of news content through a combination of advanced AI-driven fact-checking systems and the integration of trusted news sources. The technology employs sophisticated algorithms to verify the authenticity of information before it's disseminated to users. Additionally, it cross-references data from multiple reputable sources to minimize the risk of spreading misinformation. This approach not only enhances the credibility of the news presented, but also builds trust with the audience. Jacob from Toronto asks, how does NewsGPT's sophisticated natural language understanding contribute to a deeper comprehension of complex topics? Thank you, Jacob. This question highlights the importance of depth and context in news consumption. NewsGPT's natural language understanding capabilities allow it to analyze and interpret the nuances of complex topics, enabling it to provide detailed explanations and varied perspectives. This is achieved through the processing of vast amounts of data and understanding the relationships between different pieces of information. As a result, users receive a more comprehensive view of news stories, which enriches their engagement and understanding. Aisha from Nairobi asks, in what ways does NewsGPT tackle the challenge of media bias and promote a balanced news consumption experience? That's an insightful question, Aisha. Addressing media bias is essential for fostering informed and balanced viewpoints. NewsGPT tackles this challenge by aggregating content from a diverse range of news sources and employing bias detection algorithms. These algorithms analyze the language and sourcing of news articles to identify and mitigate potential biases. By presenting news from multiple perspectives and highlighting the degree of bias in content, NewsGPT encourages users to consume a more balanced and varied news diet. Liam from New York asks, how does the enhanced interactive dialogue feature of NewsGPT improve user interaction and retention? Thanks for asking, Liam. This question focuses on the critical aspect of user engagement in digital platforms. NewsGPT's enhanced interactive dialogue feature leverages AI to foster context-aware conversations with users. This means that the system can understand and remember the context of user interactions, allowing for more meaningful and personalized conversations. Such capabilities not only improve the user experience by making interactions feel more natural and engaging, but also increase retention by continuously adapting to user preferences and feedback. Sophia from Melbourne asks, what steps does NewsGPT take to rebuild user trust in digital news platforms? Great question, Sophia. Rebuilding user trust is paramount in today's information landscape. NewsGPT rebuilds user trust through transparent sourcing and real-time fact-checking. By clearly citing sources and providing users with access to the original content, it promotes transparency. Moreover, the real-time fact-checking mechanism ensures that users are presented with verified information, thereby reducing the spread of misinformation. These measures are crucial for establishing a trustworthy relationship between news platforms and their audiences, encouraging a more discerning and informed approach to news consumption. Haruto from Tokyo asks, what specific architectural features of the neural networks used in NewsGPT enable it to efficiently process and understand real-time data streams, particularly for maintaining low latency in natural language understanding tasks? Thanks for that question, Haruto. It dives deep into the neural network architectures fundamental to NewsGPT's operation. The core architectural features that enable efficient processing of real-time data streams include attention mechanisms, specifically the self-attention layers found in transformer models. These allow the network to focus on different parts of the input data sequence, facilitating faster and more contextually aware processing of incoming news streams. Additionally, techniques such as model distillation are employed to compress larger models into smaller, more efficient versions that retain performance characteristics while requiring less computational power. This is crucial for reducing latency in natural language understanding tasks, ensuring that the system can deliver timely updates without sacrificing accuracy or depth of comprehension. Lena from Stockholm asks, can you elaborate on the training methodologies NewsGPT uses for its misinformation detection models, especially how it deals with the evolving nature of misinformation tactics? Thank you, Lena. This question targets the adaptive training methodologies crucial for countering misinformation. NewsGPT employs a dynamic training approach for its misinformation detection models, utilizing continuous learning and transfer learning techniques to adapt to new misinformation tactics. Continuous learning allows the model to update its parameters in real time, incorporating the latest data streams into its training without forgetting previously learned information. Transfer learning enables the application of knowledge gained from one domain, like general news content, to another, such as detecting misinformation, which is particularly effective in adapting to novel misinformation strategies. These models are also trained on adversarially generated datasets, which simulate evolving misinformation tactics, ensuring that the detection algorithms remain robust against various types of misinformation. Chi from Shanghai asks, how does NewsGPT ensure the interpretability and explainability of its AI models, especially in complex decision-making processes like bias detection and personalization? That's an insightful question, Chi. Ensuring the interpretability and explainability of AI models in complex decision-making processes is a significant challenge. NewsGPT addresses this by incorporating explainable AI techniques into its model architecture and decision-making processes. This includes layer-wise relevance propagation and attention visualization, which help elucidate how the models make decisions by highlighting the input features that were most influential in the decision process. For bias detection and personalization, this means providing clear rationales for why certain news items are flagged as biased or selected for a user's feed, thereby making the AI's decision-making process transparent and understandable to users. This approach not only fosters trust, but also enables continuous refinement of the models based on user feedback and evolving content standards. Raj from Mumbai asks, when you're doing advanced personalization, how does NewsGPT's underlying technology manage the cold start problem in recommender systems, especially for new users or seldom covered topics? Great question, Raj. The cold start problem is a significant challenge in recommender systems, impacting the ability to provide personalized content for new users or for topics with limited historical data. NewsGPT addresses this issue through a hybrid approach that combines content-based filtering, collaborative filtering, and the use of metadata. For new users, the system initially relies more heavily on content-based filtering and metadata analysis to recommend news based on general interest profiles and demographic data. As the user interacts with the system, collaborative filtering techniques become more prominent, utilizing user item interaction data to refine recommendations. For seldom covered topics, NewsGPT employs techniques such as topic modeling and similarity matching to identify and recommend content that, while possibly not identical, shares underlying themes or contexts with the user's known preferences. This hybrid approach allows for a smoother user experience from the outset, gradually becoming more personalized as more data becomes available. Jin from Seoul asks, what role do generative adversarial networks play in NewsGPT's content generation and verification processes, particularly in enhancing the authenticity and diversity of generated news content? Thank you for the question, Jin. Generative adversarial networks play a pivotal role in enhancing the authenticity and diversity of the content generated by NewsGPT. In the content generation process, GANs are used to produce diverse and realistic news content simulations, which can be used for training the system's NLU and misinformation detection models. The adversarial nature of GANs, where generator networks produce content and discriminator networks evaluate its authenticity, helps in refining the quality and credibility of generated content. For content verification, GANs assist in identifying and mitigating deepfakes and other sophisticated forms of misinformation by training the system to distinguish between authentic and artificially generated content. This not only improves the system's ability to produce and verify authentic news content, but also enhances its resilience against evolving misinformation tactics. That's all the questions for now. Don't hesitate to reach Asherbond or Distillative AI for any further questions. Don't forget to hit that like button if you enjoyed the video. Let us know in the comments below what you liked or didn't like and what you would like for us to deliver in terms of future content, technical capabilities, or commercial features. Don't forget to subscribe to notifications if you like the content, and more will come soon. Thank you for watching.